Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Daily English Talk, the place where learning English is easy, real, and fun. I'm Emily, your host for today.
And I'm Paul. It's great to be here again. How are you today, Emily?
I'm feeling amazing, Paul. Thank you. And today is special because we have a guest.
Hey everyone, my name is Haseeb, and I'm super happy to join you both today. I'm from Canada, and I love sharing real English conversations with listeners around the world.
Welcome, Haseeb. We're so glad you're here.
Yes, and today's topic is something we all talk about every Monday, at work, at school, with friends. Our weekend.
Exactly! People always ask, how was your weekend? And sometimes it's hard to answer naturally in English.
Right. So in this episode, we'll show you how to talk about your weekend clearly and confidently, just like native speakers.
We'll share our real weekends, teach you useful expressions, and help you practice your own answers at the end.
So if you want to sound natural in English, stay with us. Grab your coffee or tea, and let's get started.
Yes, let's jump into today's topic. Talking about your weekend on Daily English Talk. Weekends carry so many feelings: joy, relief, laziness, even a little sadness when Sunday night arrives. Today, we'll show you how to express those emotions in simple, natural English.
Exactly. In real life, someone asks, how was your weekend? At the office, in class, or on a Monday video call? Your answer can be short, polite, or detailed, depending on the situation.
And your feelings matter. Maybe you're excited because you saw friends, or a bit down because plans got canceled. We'll give you phrases that sound honest but positive.
Why is this topic so useful? Because it's a safe, friendly way to start any conversation. Small talk that builds connection. It shows interest, kindness, and confidence.
Let's break it down with 3 styles you can choose from: short, medium, and rich answers. Short answer: it was good, thanks. I relaxed at home. Medium answer: pretty good. I visited my parents and watched a movie. Rich answer: it was great. I went hiking on Saturday, then cooked dinner for my family on Sunday. I felt relaxed and happy.
Beautiful. And if your weekend wasn't amazing, you can still be natural and polite. Try, it was okay. I was a bit tired, so I stayed in and recharged. Or, not the best, but I caught up on sleep and feel better now.
Notice the balance: honest emotion plus a small positive detail. That keeps the conversation friendly and real on Daily English Talk.
Here are common questions you'll hear with natural rhythm. How was your weekend? What did you do? Did you go anywhere? Anything fun? When you answer, think when plus activity plus feeling. On Saturday morning, I went for a walk. It felt refreshing.
And don't forget follow-up questions to keep the chat alive. Oh, nice. Where did you go? Who did you go with? How did it go? Would you do it again? These questions show real interest.
Emotions you can use: happy, relaxed, excited, proud, tired, stressed, bored, disappointed, peaceful. Example sentence: I felt peaceful after reading in the park. Another: I was disappointed because it rained, but we played board games at home.
Tone matters too. At work, keep it brief and upbeat. Great, thanks. I tried a new cafe. With friends, add color. Amazing. We danced until midnight. I'm still smiling. With close friends, include real feelings. Honestly, I felt a bit lonely, so I called my sister and it helped.
Power openings to sound natural. Honestly, to be honest, surprisingly, actually, you know what? And power closers that invite them to share. How about you? What did you get up to? Anything fun on your side?
Quick formula you can copy. On date time, I past verb, place/activity with who. It was feeling because reason. Example: on Sunday afternoon, I cooked pasta with my brother. It was fun because we tried a new recipe.
Also, listen for the past simple. Went, saw, watched, cooked, visited, worked, studied, rested. Keep it simple. No long grammar explanations needed right now.
And sprinkle in weekend keywords for variety. Brunch, market, mall, trail, gym, church, concert, cafe, beach, game night, family dinner, movie night.
Last tip before we dive into our stories. Mix an activity with a feeling. Action plus emotion keeps your English alive. I went to a concert. I felt energized. I stayed home. I felt calm.
Ready to hear how we do it in real conversations?
Let's go! And as you listen, think about your own weekend so you can share later.
Before we jump into our stories, let's warm up with some useful weekend vocabulary. Words you'll hear again and again today.
Yeah, this is your quick vocab boost. We'll say each word slowly, and you can repeat after us.
Ready? Take a deep breath, relax those shoulders, and let's go together.
Relaxing. Say it with me. Relaxing. It means calm, peaceful, comfortable. Example, my weekend was relaxing.
Tired. That Sunday night feeling. Tired means you need rest. Example, I was tired after a long week.
Go shopping. To buy things. Example, I went shopping for clothes. Easy and fun, or dangerous for your wallet.
Cook dinner. Simple, but cozy. Example, I cooked dinner with my family.
Visit family. Go and spend time with people you love. Example, I visited my parents on Sunday.
Watch a movie. A classic weekend activity. Example, I watched a movie with my friends.
Go for a walk. Slow, peaceful movement outside. Example, I went for a walk in the park.
Sleep in. My favorite. It means you wake up late. No alarm clocks. Example, I slept in until 10 a.m.
Go to church. A calm, meaningful way to spend Sunday. Example, I went to church in the morning.
Farmer's market. Colorful fruits, vegetables, and friendly people. Example, I went to the farmer's market and bought fresh apples.
Let's repeat all of them quickly. Relaxing, tired, go shopping, cook dinner, visit family, watch a movie, go for a walk, sleep in, go to church, farmer's market.
Great job, everyone. You can pause here, replay, and practice these words until they feel natural.
Because in the next part, you'll hear us use every one of them in real weekend stories.
That's right. Real people, real weekends, real English.
So, grab your notebook, stay with us. We're diving into Paul's weekend next.
All right, everyone, it's story time. Paul, you always have interesting weekends. Tell us, how was yours?
My weekend was really relaxing. After a busy week, I needed to slow down. So on Saturday morning, I slept in until around 9 o'clock. No alarms, no rush. Just peace and quiet.
That sounds perfect already. I wish I could sleep in like that.
Yeah, it felt amazing. When I finally got up, I made myself a big breakfast. Eggs, toast, and a big cup of coffee. The smell filled my kitchen. It was such a nice, slow morning.
Coffee and quiet mornings. That's a dream weekend start. What did you do after breakfast?
I went to the park near my house. The weather was beautiful, sunny, and a little warm. I sat on a bench and read a book for about 2 hours.
Wow, that's my kind of afternoon. What book were you reading?
It's a book about animals and their behavior. I love learning about how animals think and communicate. It was simple but fascinating.
Reading outside sounds so peaceful. Could you hear people around you, or was it quiet?
Oh, there were people around. Kids playing, couples walking dogs, families having picnics. But somehow it still felt calm. Everyone was smiling and enjoying the sun.
That kind of energy is contagious. So what about the evening? Did you go out or stay in?
I stayed home. I turned on some soft jazz music, cooked pasta, and just took my time. You know that simple joy? Music, good food, and a quiet night? That's exactly what I needed.
That sounds amazing. What kind of pasta did you make?
Spaghetti with tomato sauce, a bit of cheese, and basil on top. Simple, but delicious.
You're making me hungry now.
Sorry, but honestly, that's my favorite kind of Saturday. Sleep, sunshine, food, and music. Nothing fancy, but full of peace.
I love that. A quiet weekend helps you recharge for the week.
Absolutely. I think everyone needs that kind of weekend sometimes.
So, to recap Paul's Saturday, he slept in, made breakfast, went to the park, read a book, listened to music, and cooked dinner. A perfect, relaxing day.
Exactly. No stress, just balance. And on Sunday, I visited my parents, but I'll tell you that story later.
Great. We'll come back to that. Now, listeners, take a moment to think. Do you like quiet weekends like Paul, or do you prefer busy social ones?
Good question. Keep your answer in mind because next, Emily's weekend was the complete opposite.
All right, everyone. Let's slow down for a moment and look at how Paul told his story. Did you notice something special about the words he used?
You mean all the verbs? The action words? Yeah, I used a lot of them.
Exactly. Everything Paul said happened in the past. It's finished. So he used the past simple tense. That's one of the most common things in English conversations about weekends.
Let's listen again to a few of Paul's sentences. I slept in. I made breakfast. I went to the park. I read a book. I cooked pasta. Each of those describes an action that already happened.
And if you listen carefully, some of those verbs are what we call regular verbs, and some are irregular verbs.
Right. That's a big part of learning English. For example, I cooked pasta is regular. You just add ed to the base verb cook. But I went to the park, that's irregular. You can't say goed, you have to remember went.
So here's a little secret. Don't panic about irregular verbs. You'll get used to them when you hear and use them often.
Let's make this fun. How about we turn this into a quick quiz?
Oh, a challenge? I love that. Let's do it.
All right. I'll say a present tense verb, and you two, plus everyone listening, have to say the past tense. Ready?
Ready.
Born ready.
Okay. First word, go.
Went. Easy one.
Went, like I went shopping.
Nice. Next one, cook.
Cooked. I cooked dinner.
Cooked. Simple and tasty.
How about watch?
Watched. I watched a movie.
I watched 2 movies, actually. Does that count double?
Maybe. Okay, next one, sleep.
Slept. Like, I slept in until 10.
Oh, yes, that one's my favorite. Slept.
Perfect. Let's do one more, read.
That's tricky. It's spelled the same, but sounds different. Read becomes read. Sounds like red.
Right. I read a book in the park. That's one of my favorite irregulars.
Great job, everyone. See? You just practiced 5 of the most common weekend verbs. Went, cooked, watched, slept, and read.
The fun thing is, you can combine them to make your story sound complete. For example, I slept in, then I cooked breakfast. Later, I went to the park and read a book.
That sounds natural and easy to remember.
Exactly. And you can always add feelings to make your story more human. Say, I cooked breakfast and felt proud. Or, I watched a movie and felt relaxed.
You know, it's funny. When I started learning Spanish, I realized it's the same idea. Every time you talk about yesterday or last weekend, you're automatically practicing the past tense.
Oh, really? That's true in most languages. The past tense tells stories, and stories make language real.
Yes, so listeners, remember this. When you talk about your weekend, you're not just learning grammar, you're telling your story. And that's what makes English feel alive.
Let's give our listeners one more mini challenge before we move on.
Good idea! Everyone, think about your last weekend. I'll start a sentence and you finish it out loud, okay?
On Saturday morning,
I went.
To finish it. Maybe you went to the park, the gym, the cafe. Say it aloud.
Now another one. On Sunday, I cooked.
I cooked dinner.
With my family.
Perfect. See how easy that feels? You're already speaking English naturally.
So don't worry about memorizing long lists of verbs. Practice through your own stories.
Exactly. Use your life. Your weekend is your classroom.
I love that, Paul. Your weekend is your classroom. What a quote.
All right, Emily, now it's your turn. I've heard your weekends are never quiet. What happened this time?
Oh, you're right about that. My weekend was the complete opposite of Paul's. Busy, noisy, and full of surprises.
Can't wait to hear this one.
Listeners, grab your tea because Emily's weekend story is coming up next.
All right, Emily, your turn. You said your weekend was busy, right? Tell us everything.
Oh, yes, it was busy, but in a good way. On Saturday morning, I woke up early, around 7 a.m. I couldn't sleep in like you, Paul.
Wow, that's early for a weekend. What made you wake up so soon?
Well, I looked around my apartment and realized it was a mess. So I decided to clean. You know, one of those, I'm going to fix my life today moments.
Oh, I know that feeling. The cleaning motivation that suddenly disappears after 20 minutes.
Exactly. But this time, I actually finished it. I vacuumed, did laundry, washed dishes, and even reorganized my bookshelf. I played music while cleaning, so it felt fun.
That's impressive. What kind of music keeps you cleaning like that?
Pop and a bit of old school dance music. When the rhythm hits, I just can't stop moving. Broom in one hand, singing into the air like a microphone.
That's a concert I'd love to see.
Same here. Live from the kitchen, Emily and the mop.
Yes! Anyway, after cleaning, I met my friend Sarah for shopping. We went to the big mall downtown. It was full of people.
Oh, shopping on a Saturday? Brave choice. Did you buy anything?
I did! I found a beautiful blue shirt. You know that feeling when you find something that just fits perfectly? I was so happy.
That's the best. You walk out of the store feeling like a model.
Exactly. After that, Sarah and I were starving. So we went to a cafe. I had a cup of tea and she had coffee. And we shared a big slice of chocolate cake.
Oh no. Now I'm hungry again. Every story today ends with food.
That cake must have been delicious. Did you talk a lot?
We did. We talked for almost 2 hours. About work, family, travel, everything. It felt so good to just laugh and relax after a busy morning.
Sounds like a great day so far. What about your Saturday evening?
In the evening, I decided to stay home. I put on my favorite pajamas, made some popcorn, and watched a comedy movie. It was so funny, I laughed out loud.
I can picture you laughing alone with popcorn flying everywhere.
You're not wrong. It was chaos, but a happy kind of chaos. The movie totally lifted my mood.
That's the magic of a good movie night. Simple, but full of joy.
Yes, and that was just Saturday. On Sunday, I went to church in the morning. The atmosphere was peaceful, and I met a few friends there.
That must have been a nice, calm change after your busy Saturday.
Definitely. After church, I went to the farmer's market. I love that place. It's colorful, full of fresh fruit and vegetables. I bought apples, tomatoes, and bananas.
Fresh food always makes the weekend better. Did you cook something with it?
Oh yes. In the afternoon, I cooked a big lunch, vegetable soup and a fruit salad. It smelled so good in my kitchen.
You did so much in one weekend. Cleaning, shopping, cooking, church. When did you rest?
Haha. After lunch, I finally relaxed. I sat on my sofa, listened to a podcast. Yes, daily English talk, of course, and just rested.
Good answer. Self-promotion and relaxation in one sentence.
Smart marketing move, Emily.
I know. And to finish the day, I called my sister in the evening. We live in different cities, so we always talk on Sundays. We chatted for about an hour. It was really heartwarming.
That's such a sweet tradition. I love that you make time for family.
Yeah, I always feel recharged after talking to her. Then I read a few pages of my book and went to bed early. It was the perfect ending to a busy but satisfying weekend.
Wow, your weekend had everything. Cleaning, fun, friends, family, good food, peace, laughter, and chocolate cake.
Yep, a full emotional roller coaster in 2 days. I'm impressed.
Thanks, guys. I think that's what I love about weekends. They can be full of activity, but still leave you feeling grateful.
That's beautiful, Emily. And I think a lot of our listeners can relate.
Totally. I can already see people nodding along thinking, yup, that's my weekend too.
Exactly. So, listeners, think about your own weekend. Was it calm like Paul's or busy like mine? Keep that in mind because next, we'll hear about Haseeb's weekend, which I know is always an adventure.
You know me too well, Emily. Yes, my weekend had a bit of work, a bit of nature, and a lot of coffee.
Oh, this sounds good already. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with Haseeb's weekend story.
All right, take care. Until next time. Haseeb, you said your weekend was a mix of work and fun. Tell us all about it.
Oh yes, it really was. You know, weekends are never just lazy for me. I always try to do something interesting. On Saturday morning, I had to record a short radio commercial for a client. It was only 30 seconds, but believe me, I recorded it at least 10 times before I was happy with it.
10 times? That's dedication. What was the ad about?
It was for a new local cafe in Toronto. They wanted something warm and inviting, like, come enjoy your morning coffee by the lake. So, I had to make it sound natural but full of energy.
I can imagine your smooth radio voice saying that. You've got that friendly, confident tone.
Thanks, Emily. After finishing the recording, I really needed some air, so I went for a walk downtown. The weather was beautiful. Around 18 degrees, sunny with a cool breeze.
That's perfect weather. Did you grab a coffee after that?
Of course. I met two friends at a new coffee shop near the waterfront. It had this cozy wooden interior and smelled like fresh roasted beans. We sat by the window, chatting about everything. Travel, work, funny news.
That sounds so nice. I love coffee shop conversations. They always make time slow down.
Exactly. We ended up talking for almost 3 hours. I didn't even notice how fast the time passed. Then, in the afternoon, I went home and did something completely different. I tried cooking a new recipe.
Wait, Haseeb cooks? This I have to hear.
Haha, I do. I made chicken curry. It's my mom's recipe. Spicy, flavorful, and full of memories. I was a bit nervous because it was my first time making it alone.
That's so sweet. How did it turn out?
Surprisingly great. My kitchen looked like a disaster zone afterward, but the taste was totally worth it.
That's the real cooking experience. The more dishes you use, the better the food.
Exactly. And after cleaning up, I relaxed by listening to some jazz music. I love putting on vinyl records. It's got that warm sound you can't get anywhere else.
Jazz and curry. That's a classy Saturday combo.
Haha, I'll take that. Then came Sunday, which was much calmer. I woke up around 8, made some tea, and decided to go hiking.
Nice. Where did you go hiking?
There's a lake about an hour from the city called Lakeview Trail. The moment I arrived, I felt so peaceful. The air was crisp, and the trees were starting to change colors. Red, orange, gold. It looked like a painting.
That sounds absolutely beautiful. I can almost picture it.
Yeah, it was breathtaking. I walked for about 2 hours, stopped to take some photos, and even recorded a short nature video for my podcast followers. Sometimes, silence and nature speak louder than words.
That's deep, man. You should print that on a t-shirt.
Haha, maybe I will. After hiking, I sat by the lake, just watching the water. I didn't check my phone for an hour. No messages, no emails. Just the sound of the wind.
That's such a rare thing these days. Just being still and enjoying the moment.
Totally. It reminded me how important it is to rest your mind, not just your body. When I got home, I made myself some green tea, called my parents, and told them about my day.
That's a great way to end the weekend. Peace, reflection, and family.
I love that balance. Saturday for work and friends. Sunday for nature and quiet time.
Yeah, it's my little rule. One day for the world, one day for myself.
That's a great quote. One day for the world, one day for myself. I'm writing that down.
Me too. That's a great way to think about weekends.
Thanks, guys. So yeah, that was my weekend. Coffee, laughter, curry, hiking, and peace.
Sounds perfect. A bit of everything, creativity, friends, food, and nature.
And I think our listeners can learn something from that. How to balance your weekends to feel both productive and refreshed.
Exactly. Weekends aren't just for doing nothing. They're for doing what makes you feel alive.
Well said, Haseeb. I think that's the best summary line of the episode so far.
Couldn't agree more. And now that we've all shared our weekends, it's time to compare them and see what we can learn from each one.
I'm ready for that. Quiet, busy, and balanced. 3 totally different styles.
Let's find out which one our listeners like best.
All right, now that we've heard all 3 weekends, Paul's peaceful one, my busy one, and Haseeb's balanced one, it's time to compare. I love how different we all are.
Yeah, and what's funny is that each one sounds perfect in its own way. Some weekends, you just want to rest, like I did. No plans, no people, just quiet moments.
And sometimes you want energy and connection, like Emily's weekend. Friends, food, laughter. That's what keeps life exciting.
True. I think my weekend was full of movement, but also full of joy. I needed that social energy, and I love that your weekend, Haseeb, had both sides, work and peace.
Yeah, it's like you found the sweet spot between doing and being.
Exactly. I've learned that balance is everything. If I spend the whole weekend working, I start Monday exhausted. But if I only relax, I feel unproductive. So now I try to give time to both, my goals and my soul.
Wow. My goals and my soul. That's deep. I think I need to write that down.
Haha, Haseeb is dropping quotes left and right today. First, one day for the world, one day for myself, now this. You're like a weekend philosopher.
I'll take that title proudly. But really, weekends are personal. What feels perfect to one person might feel boring to another.
That's so true. For example, if I had a quiet weekend like Paul's, I'd probably go crazy after 2 hours.
And if I had your weekend, Emily? Cleaning, shopping, cooking, church. I'd probably need another weekend just to recover.
That's what makes it great, though. Everyone's weekend tells a little story about who they are and what they need.
I love that. And maybe that's the secret. Listening to yourself. Some weekends you need adventure. Some weekends you need silence.
Right. Weekends aren't about doing everything. They're about doing what helps you feel human again.
Beautifully said, Paul. For me, weekends are a reminder that time is precious. You can't save it. You can only spend it well.
Oh, I love that. So maybe our message today for our listeners is this. Your weekend doesn't have to be amazing. It just needs to give you what you need. Rest, fun, family, or freedom.
Perfect summary. And the way you talk about your weekend can show gratitude too. Even small things. A cup of tea, a walk, a call with a friend, they all count.
Exactly. So, when someone asks, "How was your weekend?" don't just say, "It was fine." Tell a story. Share a moment. That's how language becomes connection.
Yes, language connects hearts, not just words. And that's why these simple conversations matter so much.
I feel like this part of the episode turned into a bit of a life lesson. And I'm okay with that.
Same here. Learning English and learning life, they go hand in hand.
Couldn't agree more. All right, let's keep that warm feeling going, because in the next part, we'll give our listeners a chance to practice everything they've learned with us.
That's right. It's practice time.
So grab your notebook or just speak out loud. It's time to make your English weekend story come alive.
All right, everyone. Now it's your turn. You've listened to our weekends, peaceful, busy, and balanced. And now it's time to talk about yours.
That's right. Don't just listen to English, speak it. Even if you're alone, repeat the sentences out loud. Trust me, it makes a big difference.
And don't worry about being perfect. Just focus on expressing what you did and how you felt. We'll guide you step by step.
Let's start simple. Repeat after me. My weekend was good.
Now add a little more. My weekend was good. I relaxed at home.
Great! Now try adding when. On Saturday, I relaxed at home.
Perfect. Let's try a few more examples together.
Say this. On Saturday morning, I slept in and made breakfast.
Or, on Sunday afternoon, I went to the park with my family.
Nice. You can also use feelings. For example, I was happy because the weather was beautiful.
I was tired, but I felt relaxed after lunch.
I was excited because I met my friends.
Great job. Let's build your own weekend story together. I'll give you the formula. Repeat it slowly after me. On, daytime. I, past verb, activity, place, with person. It was, feeling, because, reason.
Let's give them an example. On Saturday morning, I went hiking with my brother. It was amazing because the view was beautiful.
Here's another one. On Sunday evening, I watched a movie alone. It was relaxing because I needed quiet time.
Excellent. Now you try. Take a moment and fill in your own words.
Did you say it out loud? If not, go back and do it. Speaking helps you remember better than writing.
That's so true. And here's a challenge. Tell your weekend story to someone else today. A friend, a classmate, maybe even record yourself on your phone.
Yes. And if you want extra practice, try asking the question too. Say, "How was your weekend?" And really listen to the answer. Then use a follow-up question like, "What did you do?" Or, "Did you go anywhere fun?"
Because conversations are like tennis. You hit the ball, they hit it back. Keep it going, and your English will grow naturally.
I love that. English is like tennis. The more you play, the better your game.
All right, everyone. Before we move to the final summary, let's do a mini recap of our key verbs. Repeat with us one more time.
Went,
Cooked,
Watched,
slept,
read,
visited.
cleaned.
relaxed.
Beautiful. You're doing great.
See? In just a few minutes, you've practiced real English. Not from a textbook, but from life.
And that's what Daily English Talk is all about. Turning real stories into real learning.
Exactly. So give yourself a high five. Take a deep breath and get ready for our final summary and goodbye. And that brings us to the end of today's episode, friends. We've shared 3 very different weekends. Paul's calm one, my busy one, and Haseeb's balanced one, and learned so many ways to talk about them in English.
Exactly. Today we practiced using the past simple tense. Simple, powerful verbs like went, cooked, watched, slept, visited, and read. Those are your weekend essentials.
And we also talked about feelings. Happy, tired, relaxed, peaceful, because emotions bring life to your words. When you say, "I went to the park and felt happy," people can really picture it.
That's right. We also learned that every weekend tells a story. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just needs to be yours. Maybe quiet, maybe busy, maybe somewhere in between.
So next time someone asks, "How was your weekend?" don't just say, "It was fine." Share a moment. Tell them what you did, how you felt, and what made it special. That's real English.
And remember, the more you speak, the more confident you become. You can even leave a comment below this episode and tell us one thing you did this weekend. We'd love to read your stories.
Yes, we always read your comments, and your stories inspire us and our listeners around the world.
Before we say goodbye, let's do one last mini challenge. Everyone listening, say this out loud. My weekend was because... Fill in your own words. Go ahead, try it.
And smile while you say it. It makes your voice sound brighter, even in English.
Beautiful. You've done amazing today. Whether you're listening on your way to work, while cooking, or just relaxing, thank you for spending time with us here on Daily English Talk.
Don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button, and share this episode with a friend who's learning English.
And if you want to practice more, check out our other episodes. We've got lots of real conversations waiting for you.
From all of us here at Daily English Talk, we wish you a wonderful week ahead. Keep smiling, keep practicing, and keep growing with your English.
Take care, everyone. Thanks for joining us today.
See you next time. And don't forget, make your next weekend something worth talking about.
Bye, everyone. And as always, keep talking, keep learning, and stay confident. See you soon.